Well, hi everybody. Welcome to episode 21 of Songs and Stories from Camp Cronin. Good to be here. Thank you for inviting me onto your screen today. This is the best we can do. This is the closest we can get. We will be back though, okay? Rock and roll touring will return. It's just a matter of when. In the meantime, we do what we can, and we be patient, and things are going to get better. So last week, we started getting into the Building the Bridge album. And I will tell you that a few weeks back, I was editing my book, and I had a question about the Building the Bridge album. I couldn't remember who sang lead on After Tonight. It's a beautiful acoustic ballad that Bruce wrote, and I remember I wanted him to sing it and he wanted me to sing it, and I couldn't remember exactly which one of us ended up doing it. Turns out it was actually me, but that led to me spinning the whole CD, top to bottom, uninterrupted, and man, I had just an emotional response to it. Of course, there's some things that I would like to change, you know, some production things, some arrangement things, but in general, the vibe of that album, the songwriting on the album, the performance of the band on the album was something that I feel really proud of. And the record never really got a whole lot of love because it was on an independent label and, just didn't get the promotion it needed. But by 1995, the new band, what I call REO 2.1, which is Bruce, Neil, Dave, Brian, and myself, we had been touring for 5 solid years, and we were tight. And man, the opening cut on Building the Bridge, a song called Can't Stop Rockin', my God, I mean, Bruce and Brian are a frickin' freight train. It's crazy. Neil plays this piano part that is, it's an incredible performance. And there was just a lot of stuff on that album that we're all proud of. So I'm gonna give it some love. I actually rewrote the chapter in my book about Building the Bridge after having listened to it because it just changed my outlook on the whole album. So anyway, so we were rocking for that album. And, I had written a song. As you can see, I've got my Crosby, Stills, and Nash t-shirt on. And, I was a fan of Crosby, Stills, and Nash before they were Crosby, Stills, and Nash. My first single was Mr. Tambourine Man by the Byrds, David Crosby's original group. And I was a huge fan of the Hollies. They had so many great songs and their harmonies were amazing. And it was Graham Nash who was up there in the high parts. And then Buffalo Springfield was Stephen Stills' first band. And my first band, Fuchsia, back in high school, played a bunch of Buffalo Springfield songs. A song called Bluebird. Let's see. Listen to my bluebird cry, high, deep within her heart you see, she knows only crying, just whining. Wow, Bluebird, what a great song. But, so then David Crosby, Graham Nash, Stephen Stills come together and form Crosby, Stills, and Nash. I run out, man, I buy that album the first day it's released and put the needle down on cut 1, which was Sweet Judy Blue Eyes, and I literally could not believe what I was hearing. So I became a fan of Crosby, Stills, and Nash right then, and particularly a fan of Stephen Stills. It turns out that within the Crosby, Stills, and Nash catalog, it was Stephen's songs that just I was drawn to, and his voice and his guitar playing, and his first solo album was insanely good. And so yeah, Stephen Stills became my musical hero. And I accidentally, coincidentally, met him, and it led to this amazing adventure, and culminated with us writing a song together. And I tell that story in detail in the book, which is really close to being finished. So that's kind of cool. But so Crosby, Stills, and Nash recorded the song. It was called Haven't We Lost Enough? And they put it on their Live It Up album. They also included it in their 4 CD boxed set, CSN, which really just was such a thrill for me. I'm so honored by that fact and humbled. But when we got in the studio to do Building the Bridge, I thought it would be cool, since Stephen had done the Crosby, Stills, and Nash version, that I do the REO Speedwagon version. Somehow our co-producer Greg Ladani, the late great Greg Ladani, talked me into changing the title from Haven't We Lost Enough to I Still Love You, a fact of which I regret to this day, because Haven't We Lost Enough is meant to be the title of this song. So I'm going to give it a shot here. And this is a little more of the Stephen Stills version, but this is how it sounded when we wrote it. I was with you, you were alone. Now I'm standing here. Wisdom came only after you'd gone. Now I'm starting all over, drying my tear. I just never thought that you'd disappear. In the night, your spirit rises. With it comes the pain. I hope I'm dreaming, 'cause it hurts so bad. When I reach out for you, I'm alone in some room. I just never thought that you'd disappear. I still love you like a child. Wasn't that good enough? I still want you. Drives me wild, and the pain is just too much. Baby, haven't we lost enough? Time heals all, so they say. I don't know. Sometimes nothing's clear. Maybe someday I'll understand. But I know for a start, there's a place in my heart that is yours, and it won't disappear. I still love you like a child. Wasn't that good enough? I still want you. Drives me wild, and the pain is just too much. Oh, I still for wild, and the pain is just too much. Baby, haven't we lost enough? Yeah, haven't we lost enough? Yeah, you can check out the Crosby, Stills, and Nash version. And check out the REO version too. They're pretty different, but it's the same song. Stephen and I were both going through divorces at the time. So we kind of bonded over that common misery that we were both feeling. Difference was, Stephen was really longing to get the relationship back. I had kind of moved on myself. But man, that was just a bucket list item. I don't really have a bucket list. It seems like things happen to me and then I go, man, I should have had that in my bucket list. That was one of them. So anyway, thank you so much for being here, listening to my little fanboy story here about Crosby, Stills, and Nash. But yeah, check out their first two albums. They had an album years later, around 87, I think, called Daylight Again, a song of Stephen's called Southern Cross, one of my favorite songs ever. And I'm going to go back to writing. I'm finishing this book by my birthday. That's my goal. So on behalf of the band, Bruce, Neil, Dave, Brian, and the whole REO family, we send our love to you and your family. Stay safe. Got to keep wearing those masks, please. The masks are the thing that are going to get us through this. Got to keep our social distance, keep our hands nice and clean, and love one another, understand one another, listen to one another. There is common ground to be found, and that's where the solutions come from. And vote. Let your voice be heard. So, till next Thursday, I will be here writing. Holly and I have decided that we are going to take a week off. And a week from this Saturday, we've got a big special show planned on Holly Picks. Multiple guests, many familiar faces to any REO Speedwagon fans out there. It's going to be an extravaganza. Our producer, John Luini, up there in Northern California, is putting all the technical stuff together. It's going to be a lot of fun. That will be October 3rd. And all right, everybody. Woo! See you next time, everybody.